Yeah. Let's get the mother freakers in. You know what I'm talking about? Shall we begin? Yeah. Excellent day. Hey, I want to give a shout out to everybody coming in. What's up? What is up? Thank you very much for joining me this morning, this afternoon. We got it rocking, you guys. We are, like I said, we was going to do a little live. We're going to be doing a live little juice this morning, guys, for health, for wisdom, wisdom. I must say, namaste. Oh my gosh. It's the day. Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out to all my hip hop kids, my techno lovers, my people that love the move, my people that love the groove, moving and grooving. If you love the move, you love the groove, you love to do it up. I'm gonna give also a shout out to everybody out there dealing with the muck. You're a muck dealer with it. You gotta deal with the muck this morning. Hey, listen, it's all good. You're dealing with the muck this morning. It's all good, guys. Cause guess what? Guess what? It ain't never gonna end. It ain't never gonna stop. Those that want to freaking drop, those want to freaking come in and do all the craziness, what the dealie is, right? We know what the dealie is, right? We know what the dealie is. Let's go and turn on our juice and coming in the building. Say, we got everything here. We got apples. We got celery. And with some issues going on with the gut, with your colon. If your mate don't smell good, there we got it. We got it. Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody. Hey, anybody that's dealing with anything today, I'm gonna say, hey, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. Don't even worry. They can do whatever they want to do. We're gonna be okay. All right. Don't trip on the BS. Don't trip on the bull. You got to stretch your body. You're dealing with a little constipation, complications in the body. Hey, the source says, "Let food be thy medicine." Everybody knows about that. Let food be thy medicine. So, if you think you're eating toxic food, you know what? Hey, how about you switch it up a little bit, right? Get up out of that bed. Get up out of that bed. If you got people around that's always frowning, I call it a permanent frown. They got a permanent frown on their face. They can't get rid of the frowning. Remember they used to tell you that when you were a kid. It's like, don't do that because you get stuck like that. That's what kind of happened. You can't. It's kind of hard to heal when you're frowning. You got to be like, it's that thing. Like all of a sudden, like anytime that you want, if you're dealing with a lot of craziness. You can always just turn that one moment around and be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna be happy. I'm gonna just let it just be happy. Just turn it around. When you're a kid, sometimes if you have good parents, they be like, just let it go. You gotta get out of that moment. But a lot of times we're not taught how to do that. We're not taught how to just get out of that moment. And it's like sometimes you just gotta learn how to like manifest something different in that moment. Because that's what it's all about. So we got some fresh fruits, fresh stuff going on here, you guys. It's all about manifesting what you want in this life. And trust me, guys, I was talking to my niece and she was like saying, how come some people love you one minute and then the next minute they don't? I'm like, yeah, I know. You gotta realize that those people are just trying to feed off your energy. They're not gonna. It's one person said there's a lot of givers and there are a lot of takers in this world, and a lot of times they're taking energy, they're taking your love, they're taking everything, and nobody's giving. And so you're gonna start seeing that when you start opening up your eyes and you're starting to see what's really going on out in the world. You're gonna see that there's a lot of like chaos out there. But what are we gonna do about it? You can't really do anything. You think you have like some friends and stuff like that? No, they're not. You'll see, like I just found out somebody was trying to follow me again. I'm like, you know what? You're not my friend. You're not my friend. You're just trying to manipulate me. So you gotta kick those people away from you. And sometimes you gotta love from afar because sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're family, sometimes they're strangers. It's kind of easy to put aside your coworkers and stuff like that, and your job and stuff like that. But then sometimes it's harder when it's family or it's friends, and you just have to be like, listen, you're not good for me. I love you, but I'm just going to stick to what I want to do and what I need to do to make sure I'm in love with myself. And if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? And you're gonna see who loves themselves and who don't love themselves. So you think, if your partner doesn't love themselves, if your partner doesn't love themselves, how do you think they're gonna love you? They can't. They can't love you. Are you gonna get up and do something for your partner? You got to be able to do something for yourself and make sure that you're trying to be in love with your own vessel, your own health, your own cleanliness. You want to have a clean colon. You want to have a clean intestine. You want to have clean lungs. You want to have a clean tongue. You want to have a clean throat. You want to have clean sinuses. You want to have a clean chakra. You want to have a clean pineal gland. Cleanse your pineal gland. Cleanse your crown chakra. Get up every day and manifest your best. If you're around people that don't want to get up every day and don't want to do anything, then you know that there's a problem. There's a problem. They're using you. They're using a satanic energy to hurt you. I know it's hard to realize that that's the truth, but it's the truth. You don't want to think that, hey, you hear about all the time. You hear about that father that abused their kids. You hear about the mother that abused their kids. You hear about parents that get divorced. You hear about this. This stuff is real, but you can't do anything about it, right? You can only see where you went wrong with yourself and decide to change your life. That's the only thing that you can really do, because the attacks are coming from everywhere right now. We got that thing coming in from the solar system. Who knows what it is? And it's like, hey, you know what? They come over here. They saying the Mayans just disappeared. If that thing comes over, like, hey, anybody want to bounce out? I'm be like, listen, I'm out. I'm out of here. So you got to do what you can do. Anybody chime in and chime in, everybody. Give a like, give a shout out to me, give a shout out to yourself. Tell me where y'all at. Give me a like on there, whatever y'all can do. So I want to say bless y'all, everybody. We did a great juice this morning. This ain't even for me. This ain't even for me. I'm doing this for other people, other family, other things. And people want to say, oh, you don't know anything about juicing. You don't know, juice can't help you. People in depression. You know what, people? They're using these words like depression and all this stuff to dictate how they're gonna act. They're just words. They're just words, people. They're just words. Let's get them out. We don't need those particular words in our life, all right? It's all about what we're going to do, standing up every day for health and every day for cleanliness and health. Hey, we all got stress, you guys. We all got stress. I want to say thank you very much for coming in. Be kind, be loving, do what you can do, stay out of trouble. You know what I'm talking about? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thank you very much.